But that just shows you we're not a podcast, we're live, right? Things happen. 25 degrees downtown. Got to worry about that because that Barbara's number, she might be winning right now. But believe me, it's going to scoot on past 1 degree and come on 26. That's where I'm at. Of course, our on-air producer, Nada Nups, at 27 degrees. And I think Michael Zdanowicz, coming out of Galaxy Class Entertainments in Florida, I think he's on 27, 28, something like that. So, makes a game of it. Really does. I tell you what, let me do this. Yeah, absolutely. We are right here at Galaxy 107 FM. So very, very happy to have you guys on board. It really is. And Barbara's got the wiggly thing going on here with the sticky thing. So, for those of you that are watching right now, very, very cool to have you on board. Today we're talking to Divine Maytr coming out of Indianapolis. I think that's where they have the car races. I'm going to talk about that as well. And you know something? Absolutely fantastic. We got 3/4 of the band in the house. All but one. Unfortunately, she's working. Unfortunately, Olivia, we want to pass on love to you. And maybe, just maybe, to be very honest with you, Olivia, you may have just dodged a bullet. These guys might be up there on the lines. Mark, don't say anything. You're fine, really. But having said that, I think we better welcome everybody on board, literally. So no matter where you are in the world, so very, very happy to have you. If you're a first-time viewer, nice, welcome. Why not become part of the family? We call it the noise here at Galaxy simply because you do have a voice and we do listen. We get your emails, we get your phone calls, your texts, the whole gambit, literally, and we take notice. We really do. We have a person to do that. Yeah, we employ them to do that, and we pretty much run our shows on all the stats, everything like that. William Hughes is watching. Nice to have you on board, William. It really, really is. Now, I'll tell you what. Let me do this. Yeah, you are with Galaxy 107 FM. As I said, why not subscribe, become part of the family? Yeah, sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. Bell notifications when we have important people, much like today's artists. And believe me, I'm loving this because Jason, Woody, and, well, Mark is going to be quiet, really, but he's in there as well. Just love his glasses, though, I've got to be honest with you. From, of course, Divine Maytr. Now, if you haven't heard of Divine Maytr before, I don't know where you've been. People have been requesting. It's the truth, honest. And, well, I tell you what, I'll prove it. So how are we feeling, guys? We okay?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. How many countries are tuned in right now?
163.
Okay, that's cool. 163 countries are tuned in right now.
Wow. That's pretty impressive reach.
Yeah, we get around in all the corners of the world. Literally, I'll give you the cities, but the one that you're going to want is at the end of this, how many people, devices, whatever, were logged into our website. And believe me, I think you'll find that one very impressive. I really do.
Oh, awesome, man.
And we have an hourly rate of that, literally. I don't know how the hell that happened, but it really does. And there's a lot of people that absolutely love your music. There really is. So, all I can say is, guys, not only welcome to Galaxy, it is such a pleasure to meet each and every one of you. I'm kind of hoping this is going to be an ongoing relationship. You guys got new music coming out as well?
That is the plan, yeah. We've got half a dozen songs in the pipeline right now. I mean, the plan is to hopefully do an album sometime this year. You know, obviously, finances allowing, that's always an obstacle.
Yeah.
And of course, we all work day job, you know, so none of us are doing music full time, so we do it as we're able, as we can afford it, as the doors open, you know. So little bits at a time, small bites.
Gotcha.
Yeah, absolutely, that is the plan.
Gotcha. Woody, how long have you been playing the bass?
I've been playing for about 8 or 9 years.
Okay, so you're a late bloomer.
I'm a very late bloomer. Yes.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm getting old. I'm not like the rest of these guys. They've been playing since they were like 5 years old. So.
Yeah. Look, I was talking to a lady not so long ago, and I happened to mention that she was a late bloomer. The first thing she says is, "What are you saying about my bloomers?" Okay, honestly, nothing unless you want to talk about them, really. Dale Cole is watching. Nice to have Dale with us, coming out of North Carolina. We love you, Dale. Nice. We really, really do.
Troy Tipton.
And Troy Tipton's there. Again, nice to have you back, brother man. We're going to have to catch up, do another interview with you for sure, brother man. It's been a long time, a dog's age, in fact. But, you see, we were going to do an interview with you, and we had technical issues, taken months, but I tell you what, we got it. We sorted it. Honestly, right down to replacing our Techo guy as well. We had to do all sorts of drastic stuff. Minute and 10 seconds to go, then we'll go live. And absolute pleasure to meet you guys. It really, really is. I'm excited. I'm really excited about this because I absolutely love the work. But I didn't realise you guys were a religious band. I was only told this morning, and I think that's extra special.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Absolutely, yeah.
I tell you what, let's go live. Turn that on. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, so very, very happy to have you on board. Big shout out to Michael Zadanowitz, coming out of Galaxy Class Entertainments in Orlando, Florida. Nice to have you on board. And absolutely loved each and every one of your artists that we did interviews with last week. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant, really is. And keep up the good work. Keep sending us more artists, please. It is 13 minutes away from lunchtime, 12 o'clock and 21 degrees downtown. It's sort of fluctuating around there. I'm going for 26 degrees today. I think it's going to get there. I do. It is Tuesday, 19th of March, and this morning we are going all the way over to Indianapolis to catch up with a band called Divine Maytr. And believe me, these guys are making a huge sensation here at Galaxy. We've got Jason Hyde on board, Woody Hughes, and of course Mark McGowan, who's not going to say a damn thing really. He's the drummer. Welcome to Galaxy, guys.
How you doing?
Thank you.
It's an absolute pleasure. Mark, do you want to try and say something? You never know, we might be able to hear you. Very, very faintly, so that's the excuse. We'll go with that one, really. But I just think he doesn't want to talk to us anyway. He's turned the volume down. That's what it is. Having said that, Mark, absolutely love your work. I've messed around on the drums over the years myself. Believe me, I used to be a roadie. I could play almost everything, but my profession was playing the flute. I got away with that one many times, literally.
Very nice.
Now, as I was saying, unfortunately, we're not being joined by Olivia, who is the lead vocals on this particular band, and we love her work. How long has she been singing?
Oh, God. Long time. I mean, I know I don't know that she's taken any formal lessons, but I know from what I understand, her mother was a singer as well, so she was just kind of always in that environment of music, and mom played piano, and she, of course, plays cello and everything, too, so she's just kind of always been engrossed in music, so... long time.
I got to be honest with you, Jason. Believe me, please give her our respects because it shows. We can tell the difference. Believe me, here at Galaxy, we take pride in saying we only play the best artists in the world, and you guys are in there. Not only in there, but you're doing an interview with me, and I've got a little side salad for you that I'm going to talk to you about after we do this. I think you'll be very impressed with this as well. Paul Harkins is in the house. Hello, Paul. Of course, coming out of Heartland Roots Band in Leicester in the UK. Nice to have you on board, brother man. It really is. We opened up the show, guys, and I want to ask you straight away, Divine Maytr, where did the name come from?
Where did it come from? It came from the mind of a former guitarist of the band. He was only with us for about a month. It was just he and I, because I started the band in 2015-ish. And I had proposed a band name, and he said, "Here's my list of 5." He said I would name a band. And Divine Maytr was at the very top, and I said, I didn't even read the rest. I skimmed over the rest, but my eyes hit Divine Maytr. I said, let's go with that. And then when he left, I said, can I still use the band name? He said, yeah, sure. So that's how it was. So it kind of makes sense, like, it's, I think we're all called to be martyrs for Christ. So it's just kind of the reason for the name.
I get it. I really do. And you know something? It suits beyond belief. It really suits not only the style of music that you play, but your whole persona around it. Everything that is transpired from Divine Maytr is absolutely brilliant. Now, I need somebody to tell me about truth. Give me the skinny on where the lyrics came from for this. This is fantastic work.
I wish Olivia were here to kind of dive deep into that, because that's her handiwork. She's been with us about 2.5 years, and all the music we've done with her so far, which has been 4 songs, 5 songs. One of them was an older song that we redid and kind of retooled a little bit back in 2022. But those are her handiwork 100%. So. I mean, we can all kind of speak our interpretation of that, but those lyrics were 100% from her heart. So she unfortunately didn't be the best one to answer that. But yeah, I mean, I guess like anything, any music, any form of art, I mean, it's also open to the interpretation of the listener. And I think everybody that listens to that song is probably going to take something a little different away from it, right? Kind of based on their own experiences and their own kind of past traumas or whatever things they've dealt with. So I think it speaks to people on a number of levels that way.
Absolutely brilliant. And even though you're not going to say much, Mark, we really, really thank you for being a part of this. We really, really do. And hope that we can forge a relationship with each and every one of you in the future and be able to take this a little bit further. And I do have a few suggestions on how we might be able to get behind you and get you up to another level, literally, and I think you'll be fascinated with what we have to propose to you. Having said that,
awesome.
Jason, I've got to thank you for the voiceover too, by the way. Our guys...
Oh, man, absolutely. Glad it worked out.
Well, I tell you what, our guys, got a couple of guys in production there, Toblerone and Gonzo. We call them that because one actually does have a Gonzo on his desk and the other one eats chocolate. So you can understand where their nicknames come from. But little geniuses in their own rights, not that I will ever admit it to them, but right. they love to be able to play with people's music. Now, I've got to let you know, when we first started playing Absolution, and believe me, it hasn't been that long since we've been playing it. Normally we run into it by about a month, 6 weeks, something like that, before we even get the interviews and stuff going. But this caught on so bloody fast, I was gobsmacked, literally, because people just went, yes, more of that. And as I said to you, I come in every night and go through reception, pick up the bits of information and data that I need, and I'm seeing Divine Maytr there with Absolution, but it started off maybe about 900 to 1,000 requests. When the boys in production played with it, it's now up around about 3,700.
Wow.
It just took off. Simply because, and I've got the explanation for this, we've been watching it now for about a year or so since production started doing this, that people identify with the voiceover and the track together so that they know what to ask for and who they're asking for. You know what I mean? Just play it. Nobody knows.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But
There's a conversation there. No, that makes total sense.
So what I'm going to say is, A, will you come back again and do another interview as we go through the history of Divine Maytr and how they go with their careers? But at the same time, will you send us an accompaniment of a voiceover that we can put in there so that people get to know you more and more and more? Because we really want to get behind Divine Maytr as much as we possibly can. Having said that, I've got to say hi to Amory Shea. Hello, Amory. Nice to have you back, sweetheart. It's been a dog's age. Where you been? Hope we got some new music coming out of Texas. I really do. Terry Van Cannon. Hello, brother man. How are you, Pumpkin? Nice to have you back as well. Not enough's in there checking up on us as well. That's the boss. Yep, she's just over here. She's going to throw something sharp at me sooner or later. I know that. So, I need to know about Absolution because, believe me, there we go. She had a windy thing at me. Absolution. Honestly, I want to know the secret behind the success of this track. What makes it so popular?
Well, I think from I don't know if all bands are this way. Maybe, I don't know, but I think that when you're in lesser known bands, sometimes you think that you're making music and not that many people are hearing it, right? So to hear you say that many people are requesting is kind of I would say it's almost a surprise, because we only see, we see the statistics on, on Facebook. Mark is pretty much the statistics guy, so he's constantly updating us. I know that the video on YouTube it's taking off faster than Truth did. But that still doesn't really tell you, you may have 700 views, but, if you're telling me you've got 3,700 people that are asking for our song, it just doesn't get reflected in like in YouTube often and other things. And so that's the kind of stuff we need to know, But so why is it popular? Maybe it's God's work. I don't know. Because it's not us.
But I think it is you. I really do. I think there's a connection there. Not only the sound, you know what I mean, but there's a hidden X factor in there. I'm still trying to figure it out, to be very honest with you. But believe me, you guys are moving up the scale at a rapid rate, absolutely phenomenal rate. And believe me, I've been working here at Galaxy now for 10 years. I don't get to see too many bands climbing up the ladder as much as I've seen this band working its way up, literally. Now, I've got to be honest with you too. It's not easy getting an interview here at Galaxy. It's not easy getting played. Believe me, you've got to get past Barbara. She's vicious with a red pen. Yep. Right away, straight away. Then it's got to get into production. Production and Barbara, they sort of work it out. Then it's got to go through a board before it even gets played. And then it comes to me literally on a USB. And I play you in my car. In a number of reasons, but one major reason is I can't be influenced by anybody else because nobody else wants to drive with me.
Yeah.
Simple.
That's kind of how you do. That's kind of how you do mastering.
Yeah.
So we have a mixing engineer. We won't let him master because you want to have a fresh ears on it.
Exactly. Believe me. I've been an engineer now for almost 40 plus years and worked in some of the biggest recording studios, some of the most elite around the world, literally, and worked with some of the most elite bands around the world, toured with them as an engineer as well. And I kid you not, when I heard your work, and it was Absolution was the first one I heard, I think we played it the next day on the radio, something like that, which never happens. I think Barbara was actually talking to you, Jason, at the time,
Right, yeah.
And we whacked it on there and went, well, we've got to do this. From that point onwards, people just went nuts over that track.
Wow.
You know,
amazing.
That's awesome to hear. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
And
it's
to
very
be-
encouraging.
To be honest with you guys, we're the boots on the ground to the listeners around the world, right? We're the front line,
Yep.
and we get people tell us that, believe me, they're not shy about telling us how upset they are with different music. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not
definitely.
I'm not getting that at all with Divine Maytr.
Awesome.
You know,
That's amazing.
you've got a relationship there with our. Well, we don't call it our audience, and we don't call it an army. We actually call it the noise because they are loud and proud of what they say to us, and it shows in stats and numbers.
Yeah.
It really does. Having said that, let's get down to it, ladies and gentlemen. Joined live by the guys themselves. Of course, we're talking about Jason, we're talking about Mark, he's not saying anything, and Woody from Absolution is Divine Maytr, and of course, here is Absolution. How are we feeling, guys? We okay?
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Hey, do you guys watch the news much?
Try not to.
You try not to.
Yeah.
Do you remember Captain Kirk, William Shatner?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Grew
see.
up.
I
You're
see.
on prime time.
Yeah, I see in Canada that he's been forced to remove his lingerie line. No, I'm not kidding. I mean, apparently Shatner Panties isn't a good name. And
Yeah.
yes, you can use it.
There's a lot of things that are not going on right now. It's correct in Canada.
Well, I tell you what,
Well,
you'll get a copy of what we do today, everything we do, and
Cool.
after we finish this, we'll take some photos. Barbara's going to put it into a movie. You'll get a copy of that. I usually say, and no shit here, I tell people, show it to people you don't like.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, it's logical that friends and family are going to love it instantly, right?
Mhm.
So if you show it to people you don't like, literally, well, before you know it, it gets a fire under their tuckers. They're getting in touch with us saying, hey, I got a band. And it goes on. And believe me, when we first started doing this, we were thinking, Barbara and I, maybe we might be lucky to get 10 people.
How many listeners do you think you get a day?
A day, I'd be embarrassed to tell you. To be honest, I'd be embarrassed to tell you. Let's put it this way, the BBC is struggling to be a portion of what we would do if you were in England.
We are global.
And we are global,
We have
you know
a
what I
big
mean?
listenership in
As I
India.
said, I'll give you the stats. In fact, we're coming to the end of the interview anyway, so no harm in having a little sneaky peek. There is 5,534,000 online right now listening to what we're doing.
Wow. That's impressive.
And that's,
Very impressive.
that's usually on an hourly basis, so that's why I say it's embarrassing to add up 24 hours, you know what I mean? And
That's
that's
a lot.
And that's not skiting, that's just being God's honest. The hell are you doing with that thing? Oh, do you remember Darth Vader?
Oh, yeah. We're huge Star Wars fans.
Yeah, well,
Oh, yeah.
believe me, Barbara and that thing there, right, it's a hard hat area. You've got to move out of the way really quickly. You could lose an appendage.
Barbara, if he gives you any trouble, just do what you do.
Oh, she does. She does. That's why I've got scars on the side of my head.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have my
don't-
permission. Just give him the old Divine Maytr slap.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
She used to play tennis and badminton. She knows how to twist her wrist.
You know, us bassists, we have the heaviest guitars. We don't call them guitar. We have the heaviest stringed
Instrument.
device that you hold up here. So, you know, not like some guitarists that have headless 3 little pound banjos that they play. You know, We play the 9-pounders, you know.
Don't hit on me.
Real stamina.
I know what you mean. I know. I know exactly what you mean. Oh, by the way, guys, I don't suppose any of you guys are vegans by any chance?
Are we what?
No.
Vegans?
Here we go.
No?
He needs new jokes, doesn't
Okay.
he? Everyone?
Yeah.
Are you
Have you ever
Oh,
tried?
am I a vegan?
Yes.
No,
No.
I am not.
So you're a meatologist like me?
Are you a meteorologist?
Oh,
Yeah. No,
mate,
no vegan here.
I'm completely eat the meat. But the thing
Yeah.
is this: I'm trying to come to the myth, figure out this myth. Have you ever tried a vegan sausage?
I have not.
I am not.
No. Oh, okay. You see, I'm trying to figure out whether vegan sausage is made out of real vegans or not.
You know,
Oh man, this guy's on a roll.
I don't eat as meats. I don't really eat much steak. It's too expensive here in the States. So, I mean, even for like people who I would say even make decent money. I mean, it's we're talking it's expensive. Like for me to go buy 3 fillets, or even 3 sirloins, it's probably going to be like $25-$30 US.
Okay.
And I don't know how it is in New Zealand, but that's pretty high compared to about 5 to 8 years ago when it was cheaper than that. I mean, everything, groceries here in the States have just skyrocketed.
But 5 to 8 years ago, we didn't go through COVID, and then now we're on the backlash of people rorting us for prices, and they call it cost of living. Be buggered! You guys have done it to us. You know, it's not cost of living; it's your greed.
Right. That's exactly it. That's exactly as inflation goes up, and when inflation goes up, they say, well, it's too expensive, we got to raise prices. When inflation goes down, they keep the same prices.
Yeah.
It's all greed.
Yeah,
It's all
absolutely.
scam. Big scam.
And have you ever noticed that the products that you get off the shelf now are that much smaller?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that too.
And you're paying, don't forget, you used to pay for a fresh air inside a Chippy's bag or a crisps bag, right? Now you just pay for the fresh air, you might get some dust at the bottom of it.
So true.
Honestly, I used to be a stand-up
So true.
comedian once upon a time as well, so forgive me. Guys, we're going to wrap it up right now, but I've got to say thank you so much for joining us. It has been such a pleasure. Mark looks very, very natural right now. It's nice, nice to have him. He does. He looks like part of the family right there. He really does. But I would love to be able to have you all back again. Maybe next time we might be able to hear Mark, and we might be able to incorporate Olivia as well. It would be fantastic. But I would love to be able to continue a relationship with Divine Maytr. I think you guys are fantastic, and believe me, I have
Well,
worked.
maybe we could just fly in. All of us will just fly in, have some coffee or tea.
Oh, yeah.
I double dare you to do that.
Go on, dirty. We dare you.
I was looking up tickets. That's a very long flight, and it's
Tell us about
Yeah.
it.
Pricey.
India.
I'm going to talk to you in a minute about tickets and everything because you will be interested in this, but hang in there for a sec. And that's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Today we're in Indianapolis. They have a big race there, don't they, with vehicles and stuff like that. What's that called? The 500?
That's Indy 500. Yeah.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, believe me,
Sorry.
I'd love to come along and steal some of their car tyres. You never know. and don't forget, folks, you are here at Galaxy where we do ask the serious and the hard questions, yet, like, have you checked your tyres today? Think about it, really. Today we're joined by Divine Maytr, and we're just establishing a working relationship that's going to go on forever and a day, and it's such a pleasure to be able to have these guys coming out of Indianapolis. And I've got to say thank you to Mark, especially for being such a blabbermouth. Of course, Woody, love to meet you, sir. It's an absolute honour. And Jason, please keep in contact, guys, because it is such a pleasure. Don't go anywhere, though, because we are going to take some pictures and stuff like that. And I've got something I want to talk to you about just off air. I think you're going to find it fantastic. I really do. And it's the next level to where we are here at Galaxy. You'll love it, honest. In the meantime, folks, thank you for joining us. Don't forget, join us on Thursday, because we're heading over to Florida, catching up with our very good friend Billy McKnight from Soul Circus Cowboys. Then we're going to Sweden, catch up with Jessica Falk. Both very good friends to Galaxy. In the meantime, stay safe. And from me, it's happy radio, everyone.